morning, sweet friends. Welcome back to the phonics classroom. Today we're going to start our lesson by jumping right into our worksheet and practicing some of our letter sounds. We're also going to be learning a new spelling rule today that is really going to help you guys become great spellers. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1. Miss Neal is going to say a letter sound, and I want you guys to write the letter or letters that make that sound. Here we go. For number 1, my letter sound is V. V. Yes, letter V makes the V sound. For number 2, my letter sound is G. G. Yes, letter G makes the G sound. For number 3, my letter sound is P. P. So I'm writing letter P. Excellent! For number 4, my letter sound is N. N. Letter N makes the N sound. For number 5, my letter sound is Ah. Ah. So I'm writing letter O because it makes the Ah sound. For number 6, my letter sound is I. I. Letter I makes the short I sound. For number 7, my letter sound is B. B. Yes, letter B makes the B sound. Very good. For number 8, my letter sound is Z. Z. Letter Z can make Z, and letter S can make Z in some words. For number 9, my letter sound is A. A. Yes, letter A makes the A sound. And for number 10, my letter sound is Letter R. Very good. All right, guys, put your worksheet to the side and we are going to learn our new spelling rule for today. Are you ready? Here we go. So over the last few weeks in our phonics lessons, we have learned some rules for when to use C and when to use K for the K sound. We always use a K if it becomes before an E, I, or Y. And we always use C if it comes before A, O, U, or any consonant. And we've done lots of practice with those spelling rules, so hopefully you guys remember that. We've also learned when to use the digraph CK for the K sound if it follows a short vowel, and when to use just a K for the K sound when it's broken up by a consonant between the vowel and the K sound. Today, we're going to be learning a new spelling rule for how to use letter C. So I'm going to write several words up here on the board. First, I'm writing the word plastic. And now I'm going to write the word rustic. Next, I'm writing the word sonic. And finally, I'm going to write the word majestic. Ooh, that's a long one. Excellent! So how is the final K sound spelled in each of these words? Yes, it is using a C. And we have not learned a rule for when to use just a C by itself. We learned how to use CK, but never just a C. And that's the rule we're learning today. So the other spelling rules that we've learned for the K sound, we're only using one-syllable words. The words up here, are they one-syllable words? No, they all have more than one syllable, like in the word plastic and rustic and sonic, and finally, majestic. They all have more than one syllable. So if our other rules only work for one-syllable words, what is it about these words that tell us to use a C at the end? Yes, they are more than one syllable. These are longer words. So that is the clue that tells us we're going to use a final C in these words because they have more than one syllable. So when a word has two or more syllables, we're going to use C for the final K sound most of the time. So we already knew that we could use the C for the K sound at the beginning of a word, and today we've learned that we can use C for the K sound at the end of a word. Excellent! So moving down here for number 11, we're going to write the new spelling increment that we have learned for the K sound. So first, I'm going to split my line in half by drawing two double lines. And on this side of my line, I'm going to write the things that can make K in the beginning of a word. On this side of my line, I'm going to write the things that can make K at the end of a word. So at the beginning of a word, we know that C can make K and K can make the K sound. At the end of a word, in the past, we learned that K can make K, CK can make K. And today, we learned that C can also make K at the end of a word if it is a more than one syllable word. Very good. All right, friends, so let's do some practice with this. We have some words listed over here on this side of our worksheet. Some of them are going to follow the rule we just learned, and some of them are not. So let's start by looking at number 12. This word is going to be milk. Is milk a one-syllable word or a more than one-syllable word? Let's clap it out and see. Ready? Milk. It only has one syllable. So I know that I'm not going to use final C in this word. But now I have to decide if I need to use K or CK. So for the word milk, does my K sound come directly after my short vowel? No, it does not. We have letter L there separating them. That means I'm going to use K instead of CK. So I'm going to fill in my blank with letter K. Very good. Let's look at number 13. Our word is frantic. Let's clap that and see if it's one syllable or more than one syllable. Here we go. Frantic. It has two syllables. So since this is a two or more syllable word, we're going to use final C, just like we learned today in our spelling rule. So I'm writing a C at the end of that word. Very good. For number 14, our word is poke. Poke. Clap that word with me. Ready? Poke. Does that word have one syllable or more than one? Yes, it has one syllable. What do you notice about the vowel sound in the word poke? Yes, it is making the long sound. So I know that since it's making a long sound, I must need a sneaky E. So for number 14, I'm going to write K-E to spell the word poke. Very good. For number 15, our word is picnic. Clap that word with me. Picnic. That word has two syllables. So since it has more than one syllable, I know I'm going to use the final C for the K sound. Picnic. Excellent. All right, guys, so we have practiced some of these together. I want you guys to try the rest of these on your own and then flip this page over and practice some reading comprehension on your own as well, because we can use all of these fantastic phonics rules to help us become great readers. So flip your paper over when you finish and practice your reading, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another fabulous phonics lesson. Bye!